say hello. Monica's going to be joining us momentarily, so I just want to welcome you while she is hopping on. Welcome to Women Rising America. We are two of the co-hosts that are part of the Women Rising Palm Springs. So we are so excited that you guys are here and that you are joining us tonight. We have such a fun conversation ahead of us. We're going to be talking about the show. We're going to be talking about Palm Springs and all that Palm Springs has to offer. We're also going to be talking about entrepreneurship and just being moms in midlife, doing this show in midlife. Like we are the gals that said yes to something that we knew was going to be super fun, and we took a brave step into all of this. So we're going to be chatting about all of this, and tonight we're just going to have so much fun. I see Monica saying hello, but I know she's working out the details in the background. I will just, instead of when she pops on, instead of us introducing ourselves or introducing each other, I'm just going to go ahead and introduce myself so you know who's talking to you right now. My name is Noelle Kustas, and I was born and raised out here in Palm Springs. I was a teacher for 25 years. I retired about 3 years ago because I just felt like there was a different calling on my life. And go figure, I am now the founder of a company called Rise to Shine Co. And how cool is it that Rising is a part of that? Hi, Monica, you're here. Yay!
I'm here.
Yay! Now you just need to take a deep breath, because I know technology is always like,
oh, the hell with it. It's okay.
See, this is how we roll. This is how we roll. So I'm so happy you got on. You look fabulous as always.
You too. Look how great. I have to watch you on my little tiny phone. I had you on my iPad, but everything's okay. We're all good.
It's fantastic.
We did it.
We did it. We're here. And I was just telling them that we are part of the Palm Springs edition. We're the Palm Springs gals. And so I was just kind of starting to introduce myself, letting them know that I was a teacher. Now I get to do all these cool things with Rise to Shine Co. And I get to do a podcast. And I just came out with a book. So this is super exciting. And
very nice.
I want to throw it over to you.
Just thank God you were the one that got on, obviously, because of your tech skills, and you were able to explain and remain online without looking crazy and fumbling through things. You're pretty comfortable on TV.
Well, isn't it? It's so funny because I was going, I'm probably more nervous to do this than I am when we film the show or when I film a podcast, but it's just doing something new, right? Like I don't do a lot of Instagram live, so
this is new. We have to do more.
We do. We have to do more. All right. Well, I'm going to throw it over to you, Monica, because I want you to be able to introduce yourself. I was just saying that you are the epitome of the cool factor. I love you so much.
Go on.
I'm going to just tell you, the whole cast, we are all saying it. We just love that you show up in total, like, joy. You're everything. I know. Well, so go on and tell about yourself. We got to hear about you.
Thank you. I'm a native Angelino. I'm a third generation Angelino, and I'm split my time between Palm Springs and LA. So I get the best of both worlds, and I spend most of my time down there because my dad is 97 and he's living in La Quinta, and I love La Quinta. I love Palm Springs. I grew up going there as a child. The design, the decor, the history that is there is just hits home with me, and I think it's just such a unique spot in the world, and I just love being there. So I don't mind going down, taking care of Dad. We have fun together. He's written a book, and a lot of his book is inspiring me because it's old Hollywood. It's his life as a press agent in Hollywood. So what I didn't realize is what my designs really became was all the beautiful gowns and outfits I saw going in and out of my house and in backyard barbecues and Palm Springs pool parties and stuff. It was just women in sashaying dresses and flowy this and flowy that. So my love of fabric just works so well with that sort of aesthetic. And it's just a natural for me. So when I moved, I was in New York for a while and doing fashion. I did hats and everything. But when I moved back to LA, it just totally revealed itself. Like I have got to work with fabrics and let them flow and go. And it's so much fun to design all these caftans and just make women feel good about themselves in their dresses and not, you know, it's just so much fun to see them flow around Palm Springs and Palm Beach and Charleston and all sorts of Long Island, whatever, all over the world. So it's fun
Well,
what I'm doing. And that's,
yeah. And I was going to say, it absolutely is so true. I know that we are lucky enough to get to wear your designs on the show, and it's like
yeah,
playing dress up. It is
yeah,
literally just like, I feel like that it brings that inner child out in me again because it's like, I, I get to play dress up, but yet at the same time, I go, it's like there's an energy that comes with it. And speaking of that, I would love to chat about that. I know we're going to talk about the show in a moment, but I'd love to chat about just Palm Springs in general because people are so intrigued by
right.
Palm Springs. And I feel like your designs are perfect for our area because there
Hmm.
is an energy here that is
Yeah.
different than anywhere else, in my opinion, anywhere else in the world.
You were born and raised in Palm
I
Springs,
was.
which is very
I
unique. And you know the vibe of that sachet and caftan and the heat and what creates that need to wear something flowy, and yet you don't want to look frumpy and flowy. You want to look good, and you
right.
Palm Springs brings out that little snap, and you want to like have a little cocktail in hand. So
Hey, we
cheers.
said we were coming up with our mocktails
I
and
know
cocktails. Cheers, my
it's the
friend.
time. Every
This
time we
is how we
mention
roll.
caftan, you have to drink.
You gotta have the cocktail or the mocktail. So here we are having fun. So
I
yes,
really
cheers to
I
that.
agree. I feel like when you get to Palm Springs, you open up that suitcase. If you don't have a caftan or something flashy, flowy, feathery, or frou-frou, you're in trouble. You got to go shopping. So you go to some of my favorite shops that carry my dresses. And, there's so many fun things to do there that really get you in that iconic architecture design mood. There's Sunnylands. There's the museum, Palm Springs Art Museum, which is amazing and very
Right.
like doable. It's not overwhelming. It's not like, oh my God, we're going to the museum. It's so inspiring and fun. And then you walk outside and there's that Maryland thing, and you can go get a date shake. You can go on a architectural tour and see more houses that are just beyond aesthetic. And then there's certain friends of mine that are like kind of saving iconic architecture. There's a business that does that. There's a friend of mine, Allison Martino, that just constantly reminds us of the history that's gone on in between Los Angeles and Palm Springs. And it's just
Yeah.
so inspiring. It's so much fun. And yes, we love the history. So it
It's
brings
so
us down.
like yeah, it's so funny you mentioned that because one of the things that I love is yes, I was born here in 1973. I have
Yeah.
lived here almost my whole life. I did move away for college because, of course, that's one thing, wherever you come from, you
Yeah.
often, especially when it is a smaller town feel, you're like, I
Yeah.
need to get out and see the world. And I
You
did
got to
that.
go.
I was lucky
I
enough
did
to do
that.
that. But it was something that it called me back. I missed it deeply. And I feel like Palm Springs now, if you're driving down the freeway, down the 10, you'll know what I'm talking about if you're a native of California or you've been through our state. It looks like it's just desert when you're out on the freeway, and there's really only one or two ways to get in here. But when
Yeah.
you are here, it is this tropical oasis that is absolutely, I just feel like it's magical.
Yeah.
And then you've got all of the things that you were talking about where there's just the iconic part of it. There's all of the things to do here, but there's the golf, there's the leisure. Age doesn't matter here. You can literally have best friends that are in
That's
their
totally
80s
true.
and 90s or
Yeah.
in their 20s. It just, everybody lives a pretty active lifestyle.
Yeah.
And you can also raise a beautiful family here. And
Mhm.
there's so much more. I feel like we've gotten on the map a little bit more so because of Coachella Fest and
Yeah.
Stagecoach,
Totally.
all these big, big
Have you ever
festivals.
been to Coachella?
I
Did you go to
have.
Coachella?
You guys,
I've not
I
been.
went to the very first Coachella, and I am not kidding when I tell you, I never thought it was going to make it. I was like, this is hilarious. Like, who wants to come out to the middle of the desert? It was hot.
Yeah.
It was seriously, I just thought, there's no way this is going to last. And here we are years
Yeah.
later, and it is
20
going
years later.
strong. Yeah,
I'm
totally.
the
But,
of the school of people watching at Coachella. I don't really want to
oh, yeah.
go unless I can get the helicopter dropping me in. But I've told you this before, like to go to like La Quinta Resort and sit out and have a margarita and watch the people load on the buses with like the
Yeah,
lace panties and the fishnet stockings and furry boots. It's hysterical. It's a fashion
it
parade for me. I love it.
It is, and I am
Yeah.
literally less than a mile away from it. So
Yeah.
I am right down the street, and that's what we love to do. We love to people watch. We love to just have all the crowds in, and it's
Uh-huh.
just fun. It's super fun.
It's
And
fun.
that kind of leads me to just asking you, Monica, with the show,
Yeah.
what does the show mean to you, being that we're filming in Palm Springs and just what Women Rising stands for? What are your thoughts around that?
What's fun for me is hopefully putting Palm Springs, giving a voice to Palm Springs to maybe some people that don't know about it. I love it so much. It has a place in my heart. But also, I noticed once I was cast on the show, I'm one of the older cast members. So I find that it's interesting to watch you younger girls work through life and your hysterical takes on some of our, foibles and fun in life and growing up and raising kids and falling in love and falling out of love and taking care of parents and living with parents or not having a relationship with parents. There's so many points of view on our couch. I cannot believe it. And it's so well cast. And I think it's such a good group of women. And I didn't know anyone in the beginning. And I feel like now there's such a good group of women that I respect. They're
Yeah.
confident, they're interesting. And I never would have dreamed of being part of a great group like this. So I'm so excited for us. We're having fun. We're sharing
So fun.
interesting topics, and I can't wait to share them with the rest of the world.
I feel the same. When I was approached about this,
Yeah.
I knew a couple, I knew one gal but just kind of an acquaintance really. And
Yeah.
did know a couple of other gals that ended up joining us. But what I loved about it, Monica, is especially you can relate to this. Palm Springs is just a couple hours away from Hollywood. So
Yeah.
we get that, when you live in Southern California, you understand that culture. And I loved the fact that this was just going to be real women talking about real topics that are relevant to women of all ages. And you mentioned that you're one of the oldest. Hello, I'm the second oldest. I'm right here in my 50s, ladies.
You're so
And
competitive.
I have to tell you, I was a nervous wreck about being the gal in my 50s, but one of the things that I really
Don't
wanted to
do
honor.
numbers. You're so numbers.
I know, but
Don't
you know
talk
what? I'm
numbers.
proud of
Such a
it only
teacher.
because I say that, and I say it because I feel like sometimes when we get into, our midlife, not that we need to hone in on that because we're all about having fun in midlife. That is one thing you and I are proving on this show, as well as lots of other cast members throughout the franchise. But I have to say that what meant so much to me is my kids. It's like a legacy that our kids get to see, our friends
Yeah.
get to go, what in the world are you doing? This isn't a scripted television show. It is really just gals sitting on the couch. And
Yeah.
the conversation like you said, the conversations that come out are absolutely hysterical.
Hilarious.
We cry on the
Yeah.
couch, we
Uh-huh.
laugh, but we have gotten to know each other so well that I feel like it really lends itself to this beautiful friendship, and that just continues to grow, and people get to feel like they're part of our tribe. Like we're just becoming a tribe.
Yeah, and that's such a typical comment that people say, like, "Oh, it's so hard to make friends later in life." Well, we just did, and it wasn't very
Oh, that's such
difficult.
a
It
good
was just
point.
really kind of fun to commiserate together, basically, and have
Yeah.
fun chatting about each other's successes or problems or whatever, moves and big life decisions. It's pretty impressive. It's nice.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so you just said about our successes. I know you started to talk about your business and what it is you do, but
I
I
want
would
to say hear about yours, right? Success.
well, I was going to say, I would love to talk about even just entrepreneurship. You know, for me, it was a little different. I mean, and I think for you too, we both have a story that we started out doing something completely different, and we're
Mm-hmm.
now doing something that we just love, and we really chose the paths that we're on.
Uh-huh.
I said at the beginning that I was a teacher for 25 years, and about 3 years ago, I retired early for lots of reasons. That's a whole nother conversation. Join us on the show, and you'll be able to hear all of that. But
You're so
I,
good at this.
oh, you're
I
so fun.
love it.
I guess it's the podcasting that I've started
Oh
to
my
get more
God.
comfortable in this space. But I will tell you again, these are the things that I love to say, is that I wasn't comfortable like this just a few years ago. I mean, I really, truly was not someone who loved to be in front of the camera. I am certainly, I mean, we die laughing. Monica and I die laughing. Here's a little inside secret. We do some B-roll, so we do like lifestyle clips. And every time we have to do something that's out of our comfort zone, like dance or sing, like we do some different fun things. Both of us are literally dying, and we're looking at each other just laughing. And these young,
Well, that's
gorgeous
what's so
girls.
nice. Like you're one of those people that I can give a look to and you know what I'm saying. And that
Totally.
came we just met, but we met 6 months ago, but we have that connection now where we know
Yeah.
exactly what we're saying when we look at each other. Like I'm not jumping on the bed.
We're like, what do we have to do? But we have so much fun, and it does get us out of our comfort zones. And I think that's what's so fun about both of us and what we have chosen to do in our careers with entrepreneurship, because we talk about,
Well,
we
I
definitely,
drove home from the desert this morning and I listened to your podcast. And you're so inspiring. You're so
oh,
like all encompassing. You're sitting there laughing, crying, making me laugh, making me cry. You're talking about such important things and I'm so impressed. You didn't even have
oh.
a guest speaker. You were just sitting there winging it on your own. I don't know how you do it, except right now I can see you are a professional. You are so good at this. And you're like, let's take you over here. And that brings me to the topic of
That
you're
is
so
so
good.
fun.
And I am not that person. I can show you some
Oh.
fabrics. I can show you some caftans, but oh my gosh, you're so good at it. And I wish you the best with everything you do in that career because you are like a guest
Oh.
speaker. You are inspirational, and I think it's so nice to hear you. Like, just I don't even know you, and I'm hearing this podcast. I'm driving in the desert. The windmills are going by, and I'm like, this girl. I know this girl. I'm so impressed. So I want
Okay,
everyone to
well,
listen to your podcast.
thank you. I received that, but I like I said, Monica, honestly, and I know every single person on set, our girlfriends, even those that are behind the cameras, and our assistant director, our producers. You truly, we're like this to Monica. And girls,
Oh, geez.
if you're on here, you just
Go
go ahead
on.
and comment in there and say a big fat yes, because it is totally true. We love having your energy with us, and you make us feel beautiful. Like, I just, there's just, and again, I think it's about the energy and the chemistry of all of us when we get together. But all of us bring something unique to the table. And that's what I
Mhm.
think is so special about all three of our casts so far that we have. Um, St. Louis, San Diego, everybody has something so special to bring to the table, and
Yeah,
that's what makes it fun. So
it's
I
well
love that.
cast. Yeah, it's a bunch of fun women, so it's exciting to watch.
See, look
And
at Angela. Angela's on there saying, "You're the queen, girl. You're the queen."
really,
Yes. I'm
she's
telling
the
you, look at we
queen.
got love Monica. We're lots of love dropping for you, Miss Monica. I'm telling you right now.
How come I don't see those little things?
I
Oh well,
it's
I'll look
on my
later.
it's on my screen. Well, and two, it's probably me just like looking down so I can see the little comments coming up. So thank you for those of you that are making those comments. We appreciate you so much.
Are there
And
any questions? Are there any
ooh,
comments or questions?
yeah, well, I think we do get, if you guys have some questions, we would definitely love for you to add those in the comments because we are going to get to have a little Q&A time where you guys will get
Yes,
to
that's
ask us some
after.
questions. So,
Okay.
anything, you can ask us anything that we've talked about just, who we are. Somebody has, oh yes, Monica's dad wrote a book, which is super awesome. We do have Monica. What's your favorite color?
Pink. I'm wearing
And
orange
mine
because it's
is too.
autumn. It's fall, but pink is my color. My
Yes.
mom was all about pink. Her color was pink. She had a troop of friends. One, she was pink. The other friend was orange. The other one was bluey greeny. The one is violet. And pink has stuck in my veins. We had a pink
Yeah.
station wagon growing up, so I'm all about the
Stop it.
pink.
You had
Yeah.
a pink station wagon?
Yeah.
Get
Pink.
out.
With the country squire. It was pink. My
Oh
brothers weren't
my.
so happy with it.
I was going to say, I'm sure the boys were like, really? But that would have
Yeah,
been a for me. I'm all about the pink too. Pink is
it was
all
intense.
my brand. I love it all. So this is another
Oh
reason why I'm
yeah, you are all pink. Yeah.
connected. Yes. I mean, I am wearing, some palms tonight, but I definitely have some pink mixed in with it.
In
So
honor of Palm Springs. Thank you.
yes, I love it. And I know that that pink caftan that's behind you is what was in the picture when we were
Yes.
talking on Instagram Live. And let me tell you, your caftan's just gorgeous, but that pink one is one of my favorites for sure.
It's one of my
Um,
favorites. And like you and I were going to talk about entrepreneurship and stuff. And
yeah,
like, I really didn't go to school for fashion. And the fun part about it is that I found people that could make this vintage caftan and remake it for me. And what was so fun is finding the guy who could do it because he used to pleat them for his grandparents in the 70s when caftans were big, and he was sending them over to Waikiki Beach and Honolulu. And he
hmm,
still does. I do this when I talk about it because they hand pleat it, and it's a beautiful process. And the women who do it for me are fabulous, and I have a rapport with them. And that's what's one of my favorite things is just going downtown LA and being in these factories and just feeling the love that goes into these garments of mine, and these women that really take care of making them so that I can sell them and like reinvent this guy's grandparents' old patterns. This is an old pattern from the 70s, muumuus and stuff. So
so
I love
awesome.
that. And then this
Okay,
one is
so
like a,
oh
go
yeah, go
ahead.
ahead. Tell us about that. Tell us about
No,
that one.
well, whatever.
Oh,
It was a first blouse I made, and I named it after Maria, who's a woman that works with my family, and she's from Guatemala, and it's a Guatemalan shaped blouse that all the women wear down there. And so then it's evolved to a little mini, and then I've made the dress to the knee and then to the floor. And this one shape has really stayed in my line for like 10 years. And it's really so
amazing.
much fun to really embrace that peasant shape that's just classic and keep making it. And I love it. So
Well,
I don't know.
so we have another question, and one is,
Oh,
where do we love to vacation? So that kind of like, do you get inspired by designs around the world? And where do you love to vacation?
well, I have recently made it an excuse to vacation because I need to do research.
I love it.
So it's very important for me to research my kaftans where they're happiest and where they belong. And so I recently got back from Sicily on a beautiful trip that a local woman in Palm Springs she created from the studio on El Paseo. It was a yoga retreat in Sicily. So my kaftans, I must report, were very happy in Sicily, and they did very well there. And then also, I did play games packing my clothes and packing only my clothes for a trip to Sicily or Italy and Paris. We went in spring. Kaftans do great in Paris when it's hot, you know, on those bikes. If
Yeah,
everyone gets on the bikes in Paris, it's amazing. And
absolutely.
my husband and I celebrated our 30th wedding anniversary, and it
Oh,
was all kaftans all the time. And they, you know, they fit in. You can belt a kaftan, you can like, you know, put a blazer over it. It's all in good, but I also make other things in kaftans. So my
I love
favorite,
that.
there is no favorite vacation spot. I'm open to
It's
anywhere.
all
My
lovely.
next on my bucket list is probably Morocco or Australia
Ooh,
because I have a friend that just moved there and I must go see her.
nice. I love that. I
Yeah.
will say, there's so many places I want to go. I absolutely want to go to Italy. That is my dream. My biggest dream did come true. I am married to a man that his whole family is from Greece. He is my
Oh,
Greek guy.
wow.
And my daughter went to study abroad during her college years. She took a semester to study abroad and went to Greece. So we
Uh-huh.
went to go visit her there, and it was so fantastic, absolutely beautiful, stunning. I can't wait to go back. There's just so many places there that I would still love to visit that we didn't get a chance to, and some of the islands that
Wow.
are those. But I just feel, I feel so grateful that I didn't really start traveling until I was much older. I mean, we would go camping. We kind of stayed within the states. I had gone to Canada, Mexico, just places that were kind of more close by. But as far as flying international and really, spreading my wings that way, it didn't happen until I was in my 40s. And
That's
so
nice.
it's really fun to take my kids on these trips just to broaden their horizons, to have
That's the
them
best.
see. Yeah, I just feel like that's really, and I'm looking here and I go, Danielle just got on, one of our co-hosts, and she
Ah,
is in Greece right now.
is
So
she
I know the
still?
time difference, I think it's morning there already, but I
Uh-huh.
know that she is here live watching and she's in Greece. So you can follow her because let me tell you, she looks like she's having a great time wearing all her cute little outfits.
I know. She's a stylist. She's amazing.
Yeah. Yes, so it is super fun. But yeah, I love to travel and I feel like there's so much to see within the United States and I still have a bucket list here. But definitely love being able to go international because I think it just gives us all just such a different perspective,
That's
for those
so
of us
great
that
that
live
your
here.
husband's Greek, though. What a great excuse. You
Yeah.
have to go to Greece.
I know. I wasn't complaining, let me tell you. I wasn't complaining.
Yeah, that's so fun.
It was a lot of fun. And it was fun. And, and there's something about the cultures when you go to different places, especially when you have family there. I mean, they welcomed us. They had never met us before. And I
Yeah.
mean, honestly, this is honest to God's truth, we had gone to a jewelry store that his aunt and uncle owned, and we surprised them. And they barely knew how to speak English. They called their daughter, who is English speaking, had her come over, and within 30 minutes, we were at their house, full spread of food. The whole family was there with us within the hour. I mean, it
And
was
no one speaks
absolutely,
English.
and hardly anyone speaks English. Thank God my husband speaks a little Greek. So we were able to get by. There were, a couple gals, some of the younger ones spoke some English so we could communicate. But it was probably one of the most beautiful experiences I have
Yeah,
ever had. And
that's amazing.
yeah, I just feel like that's what I want to be for others. Like when they come here to the States, I want to welcome them and, just really love on them. And it's just very
Absolutely. Give them
so
a good
cool.
time. That's fun.
Yeah, for sure. So, oh yes, okay. So Danielle's saying she literally just landed from Greece. So
Oh
she
no.
just got back. She just got back. So fun.
Tell
I
her we
love it.
saw her in her little red bikini on the boat today.
Yes, we did. We were both commenting on that earlier. I love it. Okay, I have to ask you before I know we're going to be wrapping up, but I just have to ask you literally, somebody had mentioned your skin looks gorgeous. So, are we wearing certain skin products or anything that we just absolutely
Oh,
love in our
interesting.
years right now, hun?
Well, I find the beauty universe really overwhelming right now. So I
Hmm.
must say, I dabble in high and low. I can go this way and that way, but I'm trying to do from within as well, but and take all the vitamins and supplements. But I love this Smashbox
Ooh.
moisturizer with a tint, and it's got SPF, and so it's at Target, and I just piled up on it. It's Smashbox, so that's what I use every day, and I slather it on because I feel good about it giving me SPF, and that's about it. But I sat down here thinking I'm a little shiny, and I always say that to Robin in Newmark, who's like the spa and the beauty woman, and I'm like, I need a powder, like powder me up.
Yeah,
But
she's a girl,
sometimes,
right?
yeah. But then
Yeah.
I like give the excuse like, oh, is it dewy? Do I look dewy?
We want to look dewy because we do want to have our fresh skin. And I will say, I'm getting a whole bunch of stuff coming in on our comments of what they're using. I love it. Share all of
Oh,
your things,
really?
please. But I will say, Newmark Beauty, I have started since we started the show. Right
Yeah,
before the show, Robin was like, "Here, let's do some things," because I haven't. I just haven't explored the Botox yet. Haven't done any of that.
yeah.
Not that I won't ever do it, but I just haven't yet. I mean, let's just be real, Monica, and you can appreciate this, and the cast will know when I tell them. I always say I'm the DIY girl. Like, I put on my own lashes, do all the things.
Oh,
Right
yeah.
before we got on here, you guys, glue is everywhere. I'm like, seriously? Why do I
I
do
asked
this
you
to
if you were
myself?
doing anything special. You said no. Did you put eyelashes on?
Girl, if I don't put eyelashes on, I've got like the hood eyelids. So I have to hide what I'm
Ridiculous.
doing. So that is the one thing I do. I do put on some
All
lashes.
right.
That's about it. But we don't have the nails going on. I mean, I don't really have much else going on. But
Okay, so
it is
I tried Botox once, and
okay.
I'm telling my husband's in the audience, but I ended up looking like the Joker, like so bad. It looked so bad when I laughed or when I smiled. Then my daughter was like, "Mommy, stop smiling like that." And I'm like, "What? I can't help it." And it was so terrible that,
This is what
they
I'm
ruined my
nervous about.
face. So
See,
don't do
this is
it. I
what I'm
don't trust
scared of.
them. They're all a bunch of whatever. They know, some know what they're doing. Robin knows what she's doing, but
There
I
you
just
go.
can't do it. I'm just too old fashioned. I like
Yes,
I've
I
I've
know.
always loved wrinkles on women, so I don't care.
Oh, I love that. My husband, he always says, he's like, I love the way you look. I love your smile lines. And, I freak
Yeah,
out. I'm getting them all right here. But, it is
no,
just part of who we are. And,
because you're smiling.
yeah. And it's because I'm smiling. You're exactly right. Well,
Yeah.
I know that we have been on here I can't believe we've already been
Have
on
we
here 30.
overstayed our welcome?
Not, we haven't overstayed. We never overstay, Monica.
Are we
But
rude? Wouldn't want to be rude.
I
Do
know
we
we
have
don't
any
want to
more
keep you
fun
too long.
questions?
Well,
What'd you say?
here's the thing. One thing I forget is that East Coast, it's already like 10:30 at night, and we have some gals that are joining us from the East Coast, and I'm like, they're probably ready to go to bed by
They're
this time.
okay. They can stay up. They're watching Netflix.
Oh, this is true. If you listen to my podcast today, we are talking about all that screen time that
I
we dive into.
I know. I know.
But anyways, you guys, well, any final words, Monica, as we wrap this up tonight?
Oh my gosh, this has been so much fun. I don't want to say goodbye, but
I
I do
know.
love this environment. I love this group we're with, the Women Rising, and we've got a great bunch of shows to share with you, and I think you're going to get a kick out of them. We're a bunch of crazy women, and we are sharing our ideas and
Absolutely.
shenanigans on the couch. I keep calling
I
you guys my girls on the couch because
The
it's
girls
just
on the
too much
couch, that's
fun.
what we say. That's
Yeah.
right. Well, I cannot wait because we get to be together in just a couple of weeks and we always get so excited for that. And I just want to tell everybody, first of all, thank you so much for tuning in tonight and just, getting to know us a little bit better. And it's been so much fun. This is who we are. Like, this is what the show is. And we just have a lot of fun. We'd love for you to subscribe to Women Rising America right here on Instagram. You can also go over to YouTube, and that's where you'll see some fun clips and different things over there. So stay tuned, stay connected with us. You're going to meet a ton of other cast members. I say co-hosts because that's really what we are. You're going to meet a ton of them on every Tuesday. We are having this fun series happening. So thank you again for joining us. We hope you have a great night, and it was so much fun, Monica. And we'll see you soon, Monica.
Thank you. Goodbye. And follow Noelle on her channel and follow
Thank
me at
you.
monicamahoney.com.
Absolutely, yes. Joyful_Noelle right here on Instagram. We'd love to interact with you. So we are open books, as you can tell.
Come to me for caftans.
There you go. All right, my love. We'll see you
Love you,
later.
Noelle. Thank
Love
you.
you
You're
too.
so
Have a
good
good
at
night.
this. Thank
Oh,
God you
you
were
are
my
too.
partner.
You are fabulous.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.